In the training for your agents, you say you do it 5 days a week.
I train 5 days a week myself.
Yeah.
I'm missing the call right now. Every morning at 8, I'm on with my coach, who I've been with, I think, 12 years.
Yeah.
And we train from basically presentation. Like we have a real presentation outline. We have 3 phases to our presentation, all the way down from the intro, goals and objectives, to the last thing is 17 is the future. Like after the closing, what's going to happen with them? And it's not. It's basically question asking and letting them know what we're going to do, because we believe, we believe that all agents are not the same. And I mean, it's not that we believe it, we know it. And we want to prep the client to let them know what we do. We let them know that all agents aren't the same. They can't negotiate the same. They don't have the same set of skills. They don't know the area like we do. They don't have the same results we do. They won't be able to interview and represent your home like we do. We know the house will not sell itself. You need an expert, someone trained in prepping, showcasing, selling the home, and closing the transaction, to get it recorded. The right realtor makes the difference.
I absolutely agree. So you bring up a good point about the interview process. Now, the interview isn't so much for the seller, the interview is for the buyer. Someone comes to you and says they want to buy in Malibu, and they're from out of state or out of the country. They know nothing about Malibu. How do you, I guess, qualify them, number one, but more importantly, how do you introduce them to the city and decide which property is right for them?
Well, that's it. So tomorrow we're going to be at the Skirball, and it's going to be a huge event at the Skirball here in LA, and we're going to be coaching on that subject alone, because most people, what's funny is a lot of people just take buyers out and they don't even know if they can buy, and they're becoming a tour guide for Malibu, and it gets down to it and they can't perform. We pretty much have got it down to this. We work with people, it's called need help, want help, willing to be help, willing to work with us exclusively, and can perform. I personally will not take someone out unless I sit down with them and find out about them, because they may buy a house someday, but it may not be through me. Time is the only thing that we can't make more of. And I have 4 children, so I'm very selfish with my time. I get here early, I leave, and then I give my time to them. So I don't have time to run someone around or meet them on their schedule, or, it's pretty, that's an intense thing what you just asked, because a lot of agents actually waste their time and they're not clear of how to work with a buyer. They don't know what they want to buy and why. They're not clear about where they want to buy and how much they can pay. They have to have a real sense of urgency, obviously the financial resources, and working with us exclusively. How many times have you heard it? Your sister's in real estate or someone, and they've showed them 50 homes, and the people showed up on a Sunday and signed a contract with someone else on that home. It's the worst feeling in the world, and it's happened to me. Believe me, I've been a tour guide around here, and I just don't want to do it again.
So your buyers are all you have agreements with all of them, written, signed.
Well, that's something that we do that. I personally do that, but all of our brokers, I can't say do that. We're working on that right now. That's part of the training, because you could be out there and you could miss time or miss a step or not handle one of your listings properly because you're running around like a chicken with your head cut off trying to service this client. And it's really more about asking questions, Jim, and that's really what part of the training is. There's so many things as far as from knowing the area, but you need to know who the decision makers are, what's their motivation, where are they moving from, do they absolutely have to buy, what is their expectation around price, timing, and if I give them something, are they ready to react right now? What do they know? What questions do they have about the process? What information are they interested in? Is there any special circumstances? People really don't ask those questions.
The sales are mostly, I would guess, cash sales?
We do a lot of cash sales.
So when you're meeting with the buyer early on, maybe even the first or second meeting, are you getting their financials, getting proof of funds?
It all depends. I mean, if it's someone that you look up and you know, or if you know who it is, if it's a new band that's coming out and, they just signed a record deal, or if it's a guy that just, became partner at the firm, or, you got to be careful because you don't want to insult them. There's such a fine line to working with them because people, if you hurt their feelings or if they feel that you're not respecting them, they'll go somewhere else.
Right.
So that, preparing and having a strategy for that.
So what is your strategy? That's what I'm asking. How do you handle it?
Well, I mean, just by asking the questions. What do you expect? What are you looking for? You're trying to find out what it is they want, what areas they want to live in, what do they know about the town, are they local here, are they just moving here from New York or somewhere else in the world and they don't know the area, are they looking for us to just drive them around and teach them the area?
So if you ask enough questions, the truth comes out.
Absolutely. And then one of the, for me, it's on the first meeting. I'm like, will you be financing the home or are you going to pay cash? I flat out ask that question. And the reason I do is we have Bank of America in our office where we have a rep that is assigned to this office. We used to have Citibank and B of A. We've had a couple of companies like that. So we can get in, if they say financing, and some people get pissed when they get upset, but they'll say, I'll go, okay, I'm going to have Brandon call you, and he's going to go through what your buying power is. And basically, so when that happens, if they don't give that information to him, and I know they're not paying cash, then they're not going out.
Right. Right. Well, Bobby, I don't want you to miss your coaching session. I think we've covered everything. Everything about Bobby Lehmkuhl for Malibu and even Malibu itself. Is there anything you want to add before we end the interview?
No, I mean, I don't know. I don't know where. What is this going to be playing to agents or to clients?
The whole world.
The whole world.
Everyone. Everyone who wants. Yeah, listen. It'll come up on your name. It'll come up on a lot of different social media sites, and it's going to be all over one of your favorite sites. I'm sure ActiveRain. It'll be out there.
Noticed, and you contact us through ActiveRain. We love that. You can see we were very active in that for a long time, and we could be more active, but we'll get there.
I had Ben Kinney on the show last week, and he was a big supporter of ActiveRain also.
No, it's good. It's good, and I think what you're doing. We've listened to a couple of your interviews with some people we know out here.
L. Ron Smith, probably.
Yeah, that was a good one.
Yeah.
Yeah, we appreciate what they do.
So on the next time we do an interview, I'm sure it'll be sometime. So I'll be asking you how I get my license out in California and how I can come to work for you. It sounds great to have a bar with a water view in the office.
It's not always that easy. I know everyone thinks that they call it in our world, and my own woman calls it lounging at the lounge, but really we'd rather be surfing or out doing something else. But business is business.
Well, thanks again, Bobby, and have a great day. Thanks for coming on the show.
All right, thanks for having me, Jim.
Okay.
Good day.
Bye.